Hey guys, what is going on? It's XYZ Moo here, and today I'm playing some more Farming Simulator for you guys. And today we're going to be doing the tutorial series. This is going to be episode 1. It's going to be just covering the basics about the game, sort of things like the map, the statistics menu, and how to drive, and things like that. And we're going to be covering all of the equipment, mainly for cereals at the moment, so like things like wheat, barley, and things like that. But without further ado, let's get into this. So, to move around in the game, oh, may I add, this is just for on PS4. I do not know the controls for on PC. I am sorry, but so to move around, you've got your left thumbstick to move and your right thumbstick to look around. You can change your camera sensitivity by pressing start, pressing R1 or L1 until you get to settings where it says camera sensitivity. Mine's all the way up because I like to be able to move around fast. And to run, you hold down L1 and you move the left stick. So we've got a variety of tractors and machinery here. Not really machinery. We've got the drill here and the sprayer and everything, but that's just to show you things. So tractors, if I was going to use this tractor to demonstrate, so this is a fairly big tractor. Tractors can pull, right, to enter a tractor you want to walk up to it, you want to press square. You would get the option in the controls box up on the top left. Press square to enter. So you can move around with the right trigger, and then you can steer it with the left. So to go backwards and forwards, it's R2 to go forwards and L2 to go backwards and brake. To put the flashing lights on at the top, one of my personal favourites, is you hold down R1 and press triangle at the same time, and the same to turn them off. To do the horn, hold down R1, press X. I mean, the controls are pretty much up here in the control panel. You just have to experiment around. To go into the cab view, like so, press down R3 like this. There we go. You can look around. Things move. You've got your speedometers and everything. So yeah, that's how to drive, the basics. So when you want to attach something like this maize trailer here, you want to simply reverse up to it, up to the tow hitch on it, and you should see a symbol in the bottom right hand corner. You will see it appear now, right there, and now, but if you get too close, like so, it won't appear. But if you get just right, like that, and then you can attach, and the PTO will attach automatically, and you can drive like that. Reversing is a different question. It's normal when you have nothing like attached to you on the back, but if you have like a trailer on the back, you want to turn the opposite way to where you want to go, and then turn the right way where you want to go when the trailer is turning. It's hard to explain, but you get used to it, because I'm on a farm in real life. I mean, but yeah, so that's tractors for you. So many tools can be attached to tractors. The larger and heavier the implement, the sturdier and more powerful the tractor needs to be. So what have we got next? We will go into the little New Holland T6 this one is, and of course it's got the front loader on. So to move the front loader, you want to hold down L1, and you can move the brackets at the front there, and you can move it up and down. You can attach multiple attachments onto it. I won't go through that quite yet, but the front loader or telescopic loader allows you to complete tasks such as transport missions, like moving pallets of wool and loading manure into trailers and muck spreaders and that kind of thing. So what have we got next? We'll go on to plows next. We've got our plow over here. I don't use a plow very much, that's why I've only got a small one. So before you seed your fields, you need to loosen up the soil. You can do this with cultivators like I normally do, or you can use a plow. I don't. They're available in different sizes. It goes on furrows, and these are called furrows here. So this is a 4 furrow, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it turns around, so it's a reversible 4 furrow. I can't say that right. Right, so a cultivator. I don't believe we have one. Actually, yes, we do. We just have a big one over here. Right. Cultivator. This is a massive one, but I'll show you a picture of the starting one. So that's the starting one that you get, and that's the one that we've got now. But cultivators, right? Use cultivator to loosen up the soil. After cultivating the field, you can seed it again. It's up to you if you want to plough the field beforehand. You don't necessarily have to. If you just cultivate a field, then yay. But sowing machines, this one here is for maize and sugar beets, so you get different sowing machines for different grains and things like that. So this one here, you have to cultivate before you plant in the ground, whereas this one here, you don't have to cultivate. You can just go straight onto the stubble and reseed it. So sowing machines, depending on the sowing machine model, you can sow different kinds of seeds. The description at the vehicle shop gives you information about this, and you can see different things. Sowing machines are empty as they are used to oh, well, sorry. I was just thinking then, what am I saying? Sowing machines do empty, and you need to refill them at the seed point, which is found in the farm down there, which is then bags down there. So, what should we do next? We'll do the sprayer, seeing as it's here. The game calls them sprinklers, but to improve your harvest, like get more yield or get more stuff out of your harvest, you can fertilise growing plants with a sprayer or a fertilizer, which I don't have in this case. Sprayers empty. Sprayers empty as they are used. This is the big self-propelled one. I got into the wrong thing. I got into the wrong thing again. This is a big right. What? There we go. This is the big self-propelled one. So it's like it's massive. So you unfold it with X, and yeah, we're not really going through the controls. We're just going through all the implements, what they can be used for. I don't really need to go through the controls until we do the specialised ones, like one for the cereals and one for the sugar beet and things like that. Just the specialised tutorials. So the blue tank over here. Ooh, let me run to it. The blue tank there that you can just see there is where you refill your sprayers and fertilizers. So what have we got next? We'll do the combine harvester. So once the grain is ripe, you can harvest it with a combine harvester. If you fit a header or a cutter, as some people call it, to the front here, this is our cutter or header here. It's one of the biggest combines is this. So to harvest corn, you need to attach a separate header, which I will show you. It shows you the fruit types down where it says fruit types on the bottom left underneath the maintenance, and of course you can see this does wheat, barley and canola, whereas these do just corn. So if you want to do corn, then you need this, and then that's for like the chrome that we will get onto soon. So trailers, where's our trailer? This is the trailer that we currently have, but it's for on the back of a wagon, not on the back of a tractor. So once a combine tank is full, you can go and like empty it with the trailer and unload the harvest into the tipper or trailer. Then you can drive the trailer to one of the unloading stations where you can either sell or store your harvest. So there's certain type of trailers for certain things. So this trailer here can take everything, I believe. If we go into tippers, look, the trailer that we have here can only go on the back of the wagon unless you use one of these, which is called a dolly. That means you can put it on the back of a tractor. But this trailer here that we're using can take everything from manure to straw to silage to potatoes to anything like that, whereas this other one that we have, the green one that I showed you earlier, can only take grass, wood chips and chaff. So you just have to be careful on what trailers you're gonna buy. What should we do next? We'll do the baler next. So if we'll just get into a tractor here, we will go over to the baler. Just try not to hit the plough. Here we go. So this is the big square baler. There's a square baler and a round baler, of course. One makes square bales, the other makes round bales. There's no real difference. They just look different, and some of it, I find the square balers easier to handle. So balers, the straw that accumulates during harvesters can be baled into bales. You can also do grass and hay. No, you can only do hay, but then you can wrap bales, or that's round bales, but you can't wrap square bales. So yeah. Brain freeze, sorry. Right, so this is a bale load net. This is the square bale load net, so it's like automatic, picks up square bales for you. So the automatic bale load net makes collecting bales a lot easier, it's less awkward. After you stack the bales, it holds 16 I believe, you can like unload them and it will stack them automatically. Mowers. Now then, I don't think we have any mowers. No, we do not. We don't have any mowers, but I'll just show you these here. So, mowers. Use a mower to cut grass. Grass is ready to be mowed, can be found almost anywhere. But you also can create your own grass fields. And then what you would do after is use a tedder. This like sort of speeds up the drying process. And then you can turn the grass into hay, and then what you want to do is, with a windrower or a rake as I call it, you want to move grass or straw into rows, so like lines. I'll just show you a tedder. That's your tedder there, and then you got your windrower here. We don't have any, I believe. Ooh, that's got a discount on. So the windrower makes raking into rows, which makes it easier for the forage wagon or the baler to collect it. Or sometimes you can even use the chrome harvester, which I do have. Forage wagon, we don't have a forage wagon either. I'm not into like sort of grass stuff at the moment. This is just a big like arable farm. Forage wagon, the loading wagons. Right, so these are the different loading wagons, different sizes and everything, different prices, different horsepower requirements. That's something to note. Everything has a different horsepower requirement, so you can't just buy a tiny tractor and then put this massive loading wagon on it. You need a bigger tractor. Attach a wagon to the tractor and then activate it and drive it over mowed grass to load it into the back of the wagon. It's basically a self-propelled, well, not self-propelled, it's basically a pull-along picker-upper. Then you can feed your hay to the animals or dump it in one of the grass hay stacks, which is where you sell it and everything. Potatoes. That will be for another day, will potatoes. So will cattle management, and so will sheep. So it's time to get into some of the other things. Oh, I just think I'll show you one other thing. You've got all like your cars and everything here, which I will show you elsewhere. This is a mod, by the way. You don't get this in the game, the JCB skid steer. But if you go into placeables, you can get the Karcher pressure washer. and if you press into that, you can select anywhere on the map where you can put it, if it allows you to put it there. So ours is like over there, and I will show you that in a minute. We will just drive over there. All the controls and everything, it will show you when you're right next to it, so I don't really need to tell you it, but I will do anyway. So if you park next to it, you can press R1 to turn it on, and if you hold R1 down, then it will spray water out and clean your tractors, and press R1 to put it back, like so. So we're going to go onto the map now. So the map here, there are fields, I believe there's 41, I think, yeah, 41, so there's, and they're all numbered on this map, and you can buy it, each and every single one of them. So the yellow trailers, I'm just trying to find somewhere that you can see the map. There you go. Right, so the yellow trailers, that are being tipped, they are places of unloading, or they are like sell points basically for grain and things like that. You have to look at the prices, which I will tell you in a minute, if that certain place will take your grain, whatever you're selling. So next, the player silos. So our storage is the white tipping trailer, and then where you can sell grass is the green tipping trailer. So then you've got one cow pasture, which is to the bottom left of the map. That is where your cow yard is, and that's where I would recommend you keep your cow equipment. The sheep pasture, or the sheep yard, is at the top right, so completely opposite end. That's the sheep single there, and then you got your chicken coop, which looks like a chicken. That is next to the hay bale right there. That is where you can sell hay. So what have we got next? We've got gas stations. They look like fuel pumps. You can buy your fuel for your tractors there. I think that's the only place you can buy it from, actually. So they're located all around the map. What else have we got then? We've got farm equipment supply. This is basically just the shop, which you can access by pressing Y at any time. So if I press Y, there you go. Then you have got the spinnery. This is where you can spin. This is where you can sell wool. It's like in the middle of the map there, next to field number 23. It looks like a ball of wool. Then you got the job board, otherwise known as like the mission board, is what I call it. It looks like a square. Well, it just looks like a billboard. They're located all around the map, like every corner, and there's one in the center, pretty close to the farm. ATM, this is where you can get like your money out, check your finances, borrow loans and things. There's one at the shop, which is in the center, and there's one up near the sheep pasture. So what do we got next? Sell point for eggs. There's one on the middle left of the map, and one near the sheep pasture again, that's sort of like a little village up there. So this is obviously where you can go and sell your eggs. I think it's like 22 quid per egg. I mean, it's a bit ridiculous. So phone is quite useful for beginners. It does cost you like a little bit of money to use, but it does give you help and tips on how to play the game. So now we will go onto the statistics menu. The statistics menu you can access by pressing L3. So here you got your sheep, cows and chickens. This is all your information that you need to know about them, and I will get into that at another date. What have we got here then? We have got statistics. This lot you don't really need to know. This is your finances, your weather forecast and your news. That the news is sort of things like your updates and your vehicles, what is there to on sale, like it is saying now. So your forecast, you can't harvest when it's raining. That's something to note. What else? Right, this is our store prices. and you can also see how much you've got in storage. So currently I've got 138,000 tons of Jesus, what do you call it? Canola, there we go. And as I said, you have to look in here to see whether this particular sell point will sell that grain. So you can see here that, let's say, the grain elevator, which usually sells for the best prices, by the way, it only takes wheat, barley, canola and corn, whereas the freight yard takes all of them and sugar beet. The biogas heating plant is only for wood chips, and the biogas plant is only for silage. Silage is good money, by the way. I do a lot of silaging to get all my money. The shipping office and the transport company, they do all the 4 cereals and potatoes and sugar beets. And then you just have to really check on here, and you also see your prices per ton in dollars. So I hope this video has been a help for the basics of the game, and I tell you what, it's been a bit different for me to do than what I would do normally. I hope you've learned something, and I hope it helps you play the game. You've also... Ooh. I may be learning stuff myself at the moment. Wait a minute. That's cheeky, that is. If this works... No, it doesn't work. Sorry, I was just looking at something in the instruction manual. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I hope it's helped you, and I hope that it improves your experience playing this game. There will be more tutorials coming out soon. But anyway, guys, it's been XYZ Moo here. You guys stay safe out there.